What is up guys, it's Solheim here, back with another Wrath of the Lich King Classic video. So today we are talking about picking a class specifically for gold farming in Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and this is a topic that I've gotten several questions about. Whenever I uploaded my rogue Karasan farming video, people asked me why I was not planning to just main a rogue in Wrath, and why I bother leveling other classes, and the same goes with Paladins as well, since they can/could farm a bunch of raw gold too. So today I want to walk you guys through my mindset when picking a class to main for gold farming, and a video like this could be highly relevant, especially for the fresh Wrath servers, where you have to start all over, and picking a class so the choice really matters on that server. So in this video, I will not go too in-depth on each specific class, as I've already done that in previous videos where I've made actual class picking guides highlighting strengths and weaknesses. Rather, I want to take you through my mindset when picking a class, so let's begin. The number one thing I consider when choosing a class is diversity. Blizzard have shown over and over that they can and will nerf anything that they deem overpowered or just unnatural gameplay. Like, I think a lot of people were planning to play a Paladin in Wrath Classic pretty much purely because of Stratholm farming and how easy and effective that has proven to be, and it could even be better in Wrath, but then Blizzard nerfed it to the ground in the Wrath pre-patch, and even though it is still technically doable, the fact is that they nerfed it once also shows that if people keep trying to do it, they will nerf it even further. So after these nerfs, I think a lot of people reconsidered their choice of playing a Paladin in Wrath, and I seriously want to hear your thoughts on this. So if you were planning to play a Protection Paladin for gold farming purposes in Wrath Classic, let me know in the comments down below if you're still going to play a Paladin or if you're thinking of re-rolling a different class. So when I talk about diversity, I think about being able to do several different types of gold farms and be able to do them well. As an example here, Paladins are a great class for diversity, as they can farm gold in different ways. First of all, Protection Paladins can AoE farm. Also, Retribution Paladins can single target and /or chain pull small AoE packs and burst them down very fast. Also, through their Pursuit of Justice talent or their Crusader aura, they can increase their mounted movement speed and are therefore a great class for gathering professions such as herbalism and mining. And by having access to both healer and tank specializations, they can also offer healing and tanking services for a fee, or alternatively reserve unwanted items. Tanks also usually get a higher cut in GDKP runs, so having the ability to tank is generally great for gold. Another class with great utility is the Druid. Druids can farm herbalism and mining with increased efficiency due to not having to cast a mount to actually mount up, since they can instantly start flying with their flight form. Druids can also farm a lot of gold through AoE farming by being a boomkin, throwing moonfires on a lot of targets and then melting them down through Starfall. Through their feral spec, they also have access to a spec that can farm 24/7 with no downtime due to not using mana, and they can even proc free self heals through their talents. Druids also have access to DPS, healing and tank specs. Next up are rogues, and rogues are also kinda diverse in the fact that they can do the Karasan raw gold farm, and they can also do quite a few other farms, and they even have access to a type of gold farm that no other classes have, the lockbox pickpocket farming, and this can actually be quite lucrative. That being said, if the Karasan gold farm gets nerfed to the ground, all of a sudden their main strength is their lockbox pickpocket farming strategy, which could also get nerfed at some point, and then they basically have nothing. So basically, when I'm choosing a class to main for gold farming, especially for the fresh survey, I look at diversification and I ask myself, if this specific farm gets nerfed, is this class still good? So in the case of Paladins, if Stratholm farming gets nerfed, which it did, is the class still good? And if the answer is no, I look at a different class and repeat that process until I find a class that I think think is good enough, even if its most known gold farm actually gets nerfed, and this is a very good way to think about it in my opinion, since Blizzard recently nerfed both mage boosting and paladin dungeon farming, showing that they are willing to nerf specific farming methods, specifically aiming at boosting and dungeon farming, which really hurts the rogue carousel farm, as well as any future mage or paladin farms that takes place inside dungeons. The next thing that I think about is how good they are long term. Some classes are insanely good very early on, while others get better and better over time, and some just stay in the same shape throughout the entire expansion. For example, in phase 1 of TBC, Paladins were much better than Druids for herbalism and mining, since Druids did not have access to their swift flight form until phase 5, so the mounted movement speed from the Crusader aura was huge, but Druids kept getting better and better throughout the expansion. The same goes for Wrath of the Lich King, where some classes specifically, when it comes to farming mobs, will get better and better. For example, Affliction of Warlocks can pretty much pull endless mobs with their Siphon Life talent from phase 1, so they are good from the beginning, while Boomkins will require a lot of mana and food breaks while farming in phase 1, but once the Druids obtain full best in slot Ice Crown Citadel gear, they will actually one-shot everything with their Starfall, making them actually insane for massive AoE farming. The thing for Wrath compared to TBC is that pretty much every single class is actually viable for gold farming, and there's an argument to be made for every single class. Even Protection Warriors are quite high up there due to how broken they are. They have massive defensive abilities and can also deal massive amounts of damage. Paladins are awesome, Druids are insane, Warlocks can pull a massive amount of mobs through Siphon Life and Corruptions, Rogues have pickpocketing and lockboxes, also Karasan farming, Shadow Priests can pretty much do exactly what Warlocks are doing, Mages still have insane AoE and can crit on each individual Blizzard tick, which is actually incredible, and yeah, you get the point, pretty much all classes are really good, it all just depends on how you want to farm your gold. Now, if you're looking for even more in-depth information about gold farming and gold making in Wrath Classic, whether that is which class to choose, which professions to choose, or even just where to farm gold, or which items to invest in, I have made a gold guide for Wrath Classic with all of that information in it. I cover gold farms to make hundreds of gold per hour, investments that are making me tens of thousands of gold, and basically it's a 93 pages PDF document all about gold making in Wrath Classic, so make sure to check that out through the link down below. By purchasing this guide, you will also get access to an exclusive gold making Discord server for Wrath Classic, and the guide will also keep getting updated, and you will receive those updates for free once you've purchased the guide. Right now you can also get it for half price by using the code Solheim. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it for today actually. I just wanted to talk a little bit about how to choose a class for farming gold and what to consider when making that choice. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. Remember to give the video a thumbs up before you leave, and click that subscribe button for even more Wrath videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.